Game-Geki. Silent Ascension.
Hello and welcome to Game-Geki, the show that is always here in Sound Hill waiting for you in that place. I'm DK, joined as always by the chat here and the live show, pre-show. Because of course it's 2 in the morning. It's going to be an amazing episode of Sound Hill Ascension, I'm sure. The previous episode, of course, being the amazing test on the phone. I've run through all sorts of technical difficulties with that, so I don't know how that's going to play out, but we'll just have to see, I suppose.
So you guys will have a great time. There will be a little bit of a Q&A too, so get some questions ready for him or for Toby. But otherwise,
we're just
do you have anything
moments
to
away
wrap
from
us
the
up?
amazing show, of course.
Not quite. I just want all of you at home to enjoy our show tonight. Both the scenes that you're going to watch, as well as Michael, Toby, Ursu's appearance. I know you're going to have a great time, but I'm going to say bye for now. I'll just be in the back enjoying it with the rest of you all at home.
And I'll be back. Have a
I'm
good one,
still, as we speak, fumbling with my phone, thinking, how can I save this previous episode? Gosh, phones are rubbish. It's not even like they're not powerful enough. They're just really awkward and cumbersome apps that are just made so badly. Everything's bad on a phone. Anyway, enough about my strife. I'm sure that episode will be out before this one anyway, or roughly about the same time, who knows. Let's ease on into the show. No doubt this is going to be a really good one.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Story starting. Get yourself ready. I don't know why I'm preparing myself to touch keys. I don't need keys to do this. These big lugs. Community chose to save the doll.
Aurora will be here soon, Angel.
Stupid! Ugly! Stupid little nothing!
You should give him a clip around the ear. He's going to embarrass you. Kid is incapable. You'll behave, right? 50% chose to let us see his violent behaviour.
Hello.
Excellent.
So amazing to see you.
Yes, you as well. Oh, please, come in.
She's going to be like really untolerable
Hi,
and go,
Olsen.
well,
It's so
it
nice
seems
to
he's
see you
violent.
again.
Let's drag him away.
I'm so
Silent,
happy
I
that you're
think.
back and safe and Orson.
Wow, he's extra violent. More violent than we thought. Perhaps violent enough to kill?
Just let me wash the wound, please.
It's fine. Unfortunately, this isn't the first time I've been bitten. Astrid, this behavior.
No.
We can't ignore it anymore. It's clear Orson is exhibiting the same violent traits as your mother and elder sister.
So they're
know.
the same traits.
If he grows up to be like her,
Deep in their... Huh.
Hey, listen to me.
So the mother had it as well,
We're
which
going
is
to make
crazy.
a plan. I've dealt with this kind of thing before. We can figure this out together.
I was kind of attracted to that. Those
But
violent
it's gonna be
traits.
tough, okay? More meetings, more discomfort. But that's what Orson needs. Trust me, I'm here for you. You won't go through this alone.
It seems like she's being very helpful here. And she already knew about the family history of things, so why would there be the question of trying to hide it in the first place? This place is looking pretty run down.
I know you're there. What the hell?
What,
You
she
let
come
me
back
out
to
just
the
so
old
you could
steel
follow
mill?
me?
I wanted to see where you'd go.
I offered to bring you here.
This is where you found Faith?
Over there.
And then the cutscene would be exactly the same as the other after
I don't
this
know
point,
how she
after you
survived here, but
agreed
she
to go
did.
with her. Hey,
I'm
that
just
book.
glad I found her.
The agony and ecstasy of the heralds.
Doesn't sound like a story I'd read a child before bedtime.
How do I know you weren't really the lady in the woods?
Does this look like the woods?
Seems pretty fucking convenient that you just found her here. What were you even doing here?
I don't know exactly.
You don't know?
After I crashed into that ditch, I kept walking through the fog and found my way here. Like I was led here.
What's that supposed to mean?
I thought it was because of my brother. This is where he died. In the accident.
Your brother died in the accident?
The steel mill accident, yeah.
His body was so scorched that it took a few weeks to officially ID him. It felt like he was leading me here. But I found your daughter instead. If that doesn't mean something, I don't know what does.
What was your brother's name?
Jeremy Jackson. Did you know him?
We have to tell Xavier about this.
Why in the hell would I go back there? They're just going to lock me back up.
The Foundation can help you figure out why you were brought here.
Yes, the excellent foundation. Let's go back there.
After everything you've seen and experienced here, you still think that?
You think they can really help me find out why I'm getting messages from my brother?
I do. And maybe that will help me find out what happened to Faith. I mean, you did say you wanted to help her.
She did.
Okay, but you better tell them I'm not the one who kidnapped your daughter. Eric?
At least they're starting to show signs of trying to get on top of this case now. They've spent the last 4 months, 5 months just kind of fumbling around in the dark. Feels like they're getting somewhere. Sort of.
Faith? Stop it.
Yeah, stop it, Faith.
You're no fun, Mommy.
That door floating in midair. What was that weird? Oh my god, a monster! Holy shit!
Faith, honey, we need to talk.
What about Miss Nora? I don't wanna.
Faith, something is coming for us. Something I don't know I can protect you from.
The monsters?
Yes. And to make sure you'll be safe, I have to do something I'm not sure I want to do. But it means we'd be together forever.
I don't
Forever?
want to be with you.
I don't like the sound of
wanna
that.
be with Daddy.
I'm not sure if Daddy will be allowed to come with us.
And Miss Nora.
Nora?
She's nicer than you, Mommy.
Oh, honey, you don't mean that.
Yeah, you don't mean
She
that.
hates you, Mommy. And I do too.
Oh, thanks.
You don't speak to me like that, young lady.
Now, come on. We need to go and do some kind of horrible ritual. I don't know what. It's probably not going to be good for us, though. She's like, she was getting a real kick out of it. Her faith is kind of a little bit increasing, Rachel, there, but still, I would say anything below 50% is probably the danger zone. Don't really know how. What is danger levels of hope? But I'll tell you, speaking of danger levels, it's time. Time for this. God damn it, time for this. Don't catch yourself on one of these hooks. It will do you a disservice. You'll end up like Rachel. The textures are always in a race to catch up in these things, aren't they? They struggle to catch up almost as much as I struggle to catch up.
What is that?
Well, that was alright. How did that miss? That was like totally I did what it asked of me. God damn it, I'm sick of seeing that stupid confrontation of thingamabobs. An almost is better than a nothing, I suppose. Doesn't drain me as much. Don't forget to sanitize. Hey, don't forget to sanitize! That's what this body's saying. Perfect missed. What? I thought you said it was perfect! I just remembered that someone suggested I try hitting the space button over and over again whilst clicking on it, so I'll try that on the next one. I don't see why that would help, but you know,
Stay away.
any port in a storm. You have to be true with your aim. Not as true as me, but true. Kind of noticed when I did briefly hit the spacebar, then it seemed to suffer my performance of the clicking more than anything. So I'm not convinced. But Cameo's here to save the day, though.
Have to find a way out.
You have to, or you want to. It doesn't help that I'm really tired. Oh, good God, am I tired. Perfect. Oh yeah, the spacebar trick works! Well, I mean, that's not cheating, because, you know, I'm just interacting with the game in the normal way. That is quite a thing. That, like, reduces the challenge of that to just so easy, it's stupid. But can't consider that cheating. I'm merely interacting with it in a normal way. But excellent. Holy moly, the spacebar trick works. It's like even better than turbo clicker. A turbo clicker. It wouldn't have to be play devs. Well, that's just standard style Ascension, I think. My arrow prompts are still weirdly. The arrows tell me perfect, then decide actually miss. That's weird.
Welcome back to the Silent Hill Ascension
Ooh.
post-show. I'm still
Toby.
somehow Layla, and that over there is the rambunctious Michael Toby Ursu, the voice actor of Toby, here to join us for an interview.
It's been a long time since
That's
we've heard
right.
Toby talk, though, so I've
Yeah.
kind of forgotten
Welcome,
what
Michael.
Toby
How you
sounded
doing?
like in that
I'm
show.
doing good. It's Toby time.
It is Toby time indeed. So you got to see some of the scenes
Wow, you
tonight.
got
got
caught up with that
thoughts?
quick.
Any theories, perhaps?
I loved all the scenes. Brit's my girl. I like her a lot. She's feisty. Yeah, I love always just seeing the stuff over the seas with Astrid and stuff. I like that a lot.
Gotta get all the
Yeah, 'cause you didn't really
Toby
get to
things
experience
in
a lot
there.
of that. And honestly,
No.
if Toby, if you took to Toby, unsurprising that you take to Astrid or to Brit. They're not dissimilar, they're both struggling in similar ways.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, if he just grew out his
well,
beard a bit more, he
The
really
floor
wouldn't
is
struggle
yours. Would you
to
care to introduce yourselves to our audience?
match the
Yeah, absolutely. So
cartoon,
my name
really.
is Michael Ursu. Sometimes I go by Maku, my initials. I'm a voice actor, musician, and composer living in LA. I'm originally from Queens, New York. And I came to LA to study music, where I learned how to record stuff. After college, I had a few odd music jobs here and there, but I was in this band, and my bandmates convinced me to get into acting. So I found a gig on Craigslist as an extra, and then my next gig I found on Craigslist
People are
was as a
all
bartender, but I had a
into
line.
this guy.
So after that, the acting bug kind of hit me, and a few years
Ooh,
after that, the
got
pandemic
bit by the
hit,
acting
and I
bug.
thought,
Terrible.
Okay, well, I can't act in person. How can I keep acting? So I kind of discovered voice acting. I'm like, well, I know how to record stuff already, so let me try voice acting a bit. So I narrated some audiobooks.
Wait,
then I got into
didn't
commercial
we
work. And then, of
spend a lot
course,
of the
into
time in our
TV and
songs
animation.
and in the
And,
episodes
yeah, here I am,
making fun of the
full-time
voice actors?
actor and voiceover artist.
No, of
Well,
course we
we're
wouldn't
so
do that.
glad that was the trajectory. Do you happen to remember what that first line that got you hooked on acting was?
That was a
that
different
bartender line?
character. Don't worry.
It was
I
like,
say as if I know it.
do you want your whiskey neat or on the rocks? That was my first line. And then the guy told me I could get an agent off of that one line.
Hey, look at you now.
Look at me now.
Neat are on the rocks.
Winner, chicken
Splendid
dinner.
stuff.
We're so glad that was your path.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's get into it. A reminder for our viewing audience that if you have questions for Michael, or again for Toby, because Michael was kind enough to volunteer to do some improv, put them in chat. Our chat.
Oh, he's
team
going to do
will
improv,
send us
so
some
you're
highlights,
going
and
to
if
speak
they're,
directly
if
to
they're good
Toby.
enough, I'll ask our wonderful talent here that's
Improv.
sitting here with us. But hey,
Excellent.
you have multiple specialties.
Oh my
as
god.
you just said.
Spelling is
Actor,
not
musician,
no
voice
longer
actor.
my
For Silent Hill
forte.
Ascension, you were part of our voice cast.
Don't even know if it
How
ever
would you
was.
describe a typical day working?
Well, I'd wake up,
Improve.
drive to downtown LA where
No
the
one can
studio
spell
is
improv.
located.
I'll just do
I
that.
usually put on like some metal music, like metalcore music. I'm actually into now
That
nowadays.
is-
Kind of get in the mood of just like hopeless guy over here. And I hit the studio for either.
They've even written is. Oh my god, what is
session
wrong
would
with me?
range either from 30 minutes to 4 hours. Sometimes a few pickups
Well,
would be needed.
I
here
guess
and
that was
there.
too much.
And then sometimes I'd be there like, working, like dying 10 times. Like, okay, now scream like you got stabbed. Okay, now scream like you got burned. Okay, now scream like you got acid splashed on you. So all sorts of different things to work with, but all very rewarding stuff.
Toby, are you sad your
30 minutes to 4
character.
hours is quite the range.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps I should
We
call
actually
him
got
Michael, but
an audience question that I
Yep.
think is
Was that your
I think a
character?
lot of people want to know the answer to, which is the Bold Blue Jay asks, how do you feel about the final fate of Toby? He went out on low hope but redemption.
Yes,
and
final
unfortunately
fate.
met quite an early end.
Well, you guys goofed. Maybe you could have saved him, but you didn't. But you
Hear
didn't.
that?
didn't save him.
Down.
You heard it. You heard it from the Tobe.
The important
himself.
question there.
You've been Tobed.
Involved in the
Um,
merge.
Down. No one cares about Toby Sorelli. Nobody.
Ooh, I gotta chill. There's so actually your voice is funny because I'm the most used to hearing your voice because in development there was a line that you
Oopsie
said that
doopsie.
got cut that
I'm
we
still
used
salty
for
over it.
testing, and so you said that, and I just got the most vivid flashback.
Does he feel about the Foundation as a
So
cult?
I heard you played Silent Hills 3 and 4, but also that horror as a genre has a very special place for you and your family. Could you please share about that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my mom came from. She came to New York from.
Whilst they're doing that,
communist
let's
Romania.
review the
They didn't have access to
questions.
much stuff.
What did
And,
Rachel do about Xavier's
she fell in love with
offer
horror.
to
Like, the first
rejoin?
movie she showed me was The
And
Ring
we've
at, like,
gone to
age
accept
10.
those terms.
And I put my TV in the closet.
How
like,
will
as a
Brit
child.
convince
I put my TV
Nils to help
in the
her?
closet for a week after seeing that movie. And then we shortly watched the Resident Evil movie with
I
Mila
guess we already answered
Jovovich
that
and
question
Michelle
too. So I guess this
Rodriguez,
episode
after
didn't
that, and I
have any
after
new
that movie
questions.
and, like, after watching so much horror stuff with her,
Unusual.
I just kind of like, I guess I got a love for the macabre and all things dark and spooky and horror. And of course, I gravitated towards games like, you know, Silent Hill 3 and 4, which were very scary to play alone.
Never 2 and 1. No way.
Kind of how I got into the whole horror genre.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember you telling that story. I relate to that because my family also came from a
We lost him.
background. So
oh, wait, back
you know, that's how I got into video games was when we were able to get tech from the West. My grandpa was super excited and like.
Do you also have a giant pier? It seems so frozen. There's probably no point in me even finishing this question. Head statue. Totally lost the socket there, haven't I?
There's in my head at first I thought he was just like a supporting character, just gonna be the town drunk and not really have too much
Damn it, we joined the Cult of the Merge!
But then as I, you know,
Oh,
as
we've
I kept
asking
reading the
that.
scripts and I saw the posters coming out for the game, I was like, wow, this guy's like a lead character and there's a lot going on here. You know, I'm not
Sound
just a
evil.
town drunk. I am the God, I lost my sister to, you know, an overdose. A lot of things happen at the mill that I have to reconcile with. So he became a deeper character over time. And you know, recording all my lines, I was so sad to record my last line. I think it was like back in September, October, for him, because I was like, man, I really want to explore this character so much because he's so cool. So.
Is and you were mourned. Actually, so we also have Turbo Bastard here saying, I saw The Ring at the same age and it terrified me, so you're not alone.
Yeah, it was scary. You don't show kids that movie, but you know what? It's all good.
That's what scary movies are for. It's to traumatize children into profit.
It's the same. I also, you know, took to Toby when I first met him. So he's quite he's the heart, you know, of Pennsylvania. And,
he's got a heart.
F's in the chat for our boy, everybody. We do miss you. We mourned you for a while.
That's right.
Pay respect. All right. Did that perception that we just discussed,
my boy,
evolve over time?
Yeah, like I said, it kind of did. I you know, all the talks with like Eric and Joy, you know, I would have loved to explore that relationship.
Anyway, yes, I believe it is time to step into the
I really like Eric,
arcane thingamabob. So we did in the last episode.
And
throw the audio over to the other side there.
Some more screen time, and I wish that like the relationship between me and Joy was explored a little bit more too.
Let's proceed to the games in here, but it doesn't seem to have actually updated, which is
it was just a little deeper than
peculiar.
Yeah.
Let me refresh this page.
That says Toby spinoff where he faked his death to escape the Foundation.
Why is it doing that?
You know, our folks are listening.
Oh my god, it's Sandy.
I'll join Elvis and Tupac and all those guys on the island. There you go.
Also, I know you didn't see it on your side, but there was a solid wall of F's for Toby for a
there we
video.
go.
So.
Lockbox.
Yeah, we got.
That didn't work so well. Seamless.
So Toby's relationship with others, as you just mentioned, was always tense, especially with Joy, right? The perception of Joy. So how did you see that relationship between Toby and his dead sister?
No,
I know you said
can't do that one because that's going to.
What were your feelings about it?
Break it up.
It didn't really
break
hit
down.
me when I was like recording the lines. But when I watched playback, the actor who played Joy, Hope, I think is her name. It was just so like scary to hear her version of Joy because I had a completely different version of Joy in my head. And she was just like so aggressive and like violent.
Oops, didn't want to do that.
This like horror version of the sister I once knew. So it was just really interesting to see us playing together, even though I had never even met her, during the sessions, because we had so many
We're not
lines
going to
to
be able
record.
to pull it out all the way then. No.
But yeah, that relationship seemed really tense. It made me feel like Toby had a lot of guilt over this,
Don't do that.
and that's why he was just so much fun to play. So many layers.
Yeah, like an onion of a fella. Yeah,
That's
just
right.
keep
Yeah,
peeling away.
onion.
Bag.
And it's all just
You know who else had
going
layers?
down.
Shrek.
Yeah, it sure is.
Toby, as we've discussed several times at this point, that was a fan favorite. But at a short, truly. But
I
short
didn't
run,
even know that, so thank you guys. That's awesome. I really appreciate it.
For absolute real, and we certainly encourage that behavior on the hosted show, which is why I'm sitting here in front of you. I think I was Captain Toby for a while. I'm left off in the middle of my sentence. Your fan favorite had a short run before meeting your demise. What was your
Can I get away
favorite
with
scene
that?
to record?
Yeah.
That's so hard. I liked all the scenes where I was trying to convince Eric to leave Rachel, because like in my
Splendid
head,
stuff.
that's just like me as a person, that was just like a no-brainer. Like, you need to leave her, dude. Like, she's crazy.
Spot of fishing,
but I
anyone?
also liked me and Rachel's scenes near the end too, where I kind of realized like I might have to sacrifice myself
Perfect.
to, get this over with.
Oh god.
And
The
there's
fishing
almost,
just
like, a
reminds
sense
me
of,
how
like,
tired I am.
redemption with Toby and Rachel a bit. But I liked recording those options when I was there too, because Toby had a very fast arc, going from completely hopeless drunk to like, okay,
Toby
I'm
was
trying to
always,
be right.
he didn't have that
So-
much to do. He was
absolutely.
from zero to hero to
Question we've
zero
already
again.
kind of addressed, which is, what is your message for the audience that
I mean,
let
he
you die?
heroically put his life on the line.
So audience,
Let the
I will
cult
remind
do
you
their
that
thing.
We are happy to take questions.
Could have
so if
worked.
you want to put
Didn't
them in
work,
the chat,
but it could have worked.
I will buy you some time currently by
Sweet.
asking Michael, what is your favorite character from the Silent Hill franchise outside of Ascension?
From the Silent Hill franchise, definitely Heather from 3.
Hey.
Absolutely. She was my favorite. I couldn't play that game. I don't think I played more than 3 hours of that game when I was a kid. I think I played the game when I was like 16 or 15.
Come on, wind it,
And
wind
I
it,
had to go
wind
to my
it.
friend's house to play that game because it was so scary back in the day. But yeah, she's my favorite character for sure. And also, of course, Pyramid Head. But yeah.
Well, we got a question from Mr.
Big Fish.
Flash, which is, how much did you record that we didn't get to see?
I recorded a lot. I wanna
If he
say,
recorded
like,
a lot, then the
tens
other
of
guys must
thousands,
have
if not,
done
like,
an
100,000
absolutely
lines,
ridiculous
but,
amount.
all the different options. I mean, I recorded a lot of stuff. It was pretty much from like almost April to like October of last year. It was like almost a session every like week or two. So there was a lot of stuff that y'all
Sesh
didn't
a
catch,
week.
and I don't know, maybe if y'all had chosen
Suppose it.
differently, you could have seen some other options. But I'm okay with what happened. I'm all right.
Yeah, but
Well, today's
trust me.
offings in the
He
guitar.
says he's okay, but listen, we never know what happens.
Bring Toby back
After the
as a
session.
ghost. Come on.
Oh, that would be so. Toby Ghost would be very
I'll
funny.
do ghost voice like this.
Probably gonna sound terrible, but
Just trying to
let's
drink
try
and
it.
phasing through
Both
the
on top.
bottle.
Phasing through the bottles of booze.
Audio and
I would
pre-show.
think, Corbin and Scooby-Doo. That's me and you pitch that. So we do also have a question about
Mix just doesn't work.
Does he ever make it to the Morgy? So Toby, I'll gently rephrase it just to say Toby would have been an early exit regardless, but would he have participated in that Foundation merging ritual?
Would I join the cult of the merge?
They're all loving that cult of the merge.
We'll take that as a yes, everybody.
That's all I have to say.
Take
It
that as a
sounds
yes.
Fucking
terrible.
Riley.
The
That's all I have to
clash
say.
of audio.
All right.
Oh, and we have a good question to actually take us out on a little bit, which is, Michael,
Sure.
do you have any cool things what you're going to be acting in that folks who are fans of you can follow?
Sure. Yeah. Hollywood is sparse right now, but I am in a few things. I did this vertical series, very popular nowadays, I guess, called The Alpha and His Contract Luna. It's available on Good Short. You can
Voice
find me on
actors must
Instagram,
really
too.
hate AI.
You can watch
With
me
it,
there.
just
You can follow me
it's
on Instagram.
coming for their
at
jobs
Maku Music, MAKU
rapidly.
Music. I'm always posting stuff that I'm in, or just funny songs and stuff. So yeah, if you wanted to follow my journey,
It's
you
not
can follow
quite
me
there yet, but it's not far.
And I am sure you'll get an influx of passionate Toby stands as a
I love
result.
'em.
But hey, everybody, thank you so much for joining us in the Silent Hill Ascension post show. Michael, it was a delight to have you and to meet you. You've been an angel and a saint. But as for everybody, we are ready to go ahead and start taking you out. So, production, I believe, do we have a run of show graphic?
Run of the show?
Yeah, we do. There we go. So you will always see Ascension Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific. The pre and post shows are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can come for the pre-show at 5:40 Pacific. Post-show happens immediately after the Endure scene is over. It has been a delight to have all of you here. Thank you all for joining us.
A real
Michael,
pleasure.
also saying thank you in the chat. And lordy lord, everybody.
Too.
Yeah, lordy lord.
Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Go out, enjoy yourselves. You earned it.
Don't do what
thank
Toby
you.
would do.
You earned it. Just don't drink, all right? Just if you drink, just pass the keys to your friends and stuff like that.
Smash the bottle.
Have a good evening.
Oh, it muted itself. Stop it. It's a good thing this song's really long, so... Did it even matter that we didn't hit half of it? This is a marathon, not a sprint, this song. The greatest thing about this music thing, I guess, if you just choose not to play the notes, you can enjoy up to 5 different songs. Actually, I guess when it's music day, you can just go for the past episodes and just enjoy most of the soundtrack and all of the games, more or less, because you've got a great majority of them at this point. Ascension's kind of like a human science experiment, and I am the guinea pig. I don't know if I'm gonna survive to the other end of this. It's just, these late nights are killer. I've really done too many of them, doing 3 a week. But I can't help it. I kind of like the format of doing 3 a week. See, it fits. This, of course, your guitar over there being the famous guitar from all the Silent Hills. A random thing I kind of thought of. A lot of the Silent Hills are generally synonymous with vehicles, like people arriving in cars, people driving a car during a sequence. Generally, there's a vehicle in almost every Silent Hill game, but I don't even think there's a single vehicle in this show. No one's ever gotten in a car. Because the sheer difficulty of animating these characters getting in and out of a car would just cost too much. And modelling the cars, I suppose. I mean, there's car repair, so I guess that counts as a car, sort of. Beautiful, that. That's definitely 3 stars worth of effort. Two stars. I'll take 2 stars. That's all right. That I need to contribute to a decision, participate in a rally. I can do that. Let them interview her about Eva. How will Britt convince Nils to help her? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll click that just because it serves my own purposes. And I thought I already seen these, but if I click those, I get the IP. I don't know why it always has like previous day's episode and just 2 from the ones that have just come out. It's really odd. Well, that brings us to the end of another exciting episode of Silent Hill Ascension. Join us in the next one, won't you?